Garcelle, during your conversation with Erica, she makes an observation about your friendship with Sutton.
A liability. I mean, come on.
And now that your eyes are open, what are you seeing about our friend group? Are you seeing anything that you hadn't seen?
I'm glad you have Cherie because I think Sutton is a liability for you.
Really?
Yes.
That was shocking to me because a liability? Like what? Like my reputation is gonna go away because I'm friends with Sutton? I mean, it just didn't make any sense.
You don't have to cover for her all the time.
I don't.
I think that you almost felt in some ways responsible to protect her. She's a big girl.
I didn't know where that was coming from. And if there's a liability in the group, it is certainly not Sutton to me.
My point is this. I think that Garcelle rushes in to clear up Sutton's mess.
You didn't buy a table. You canceled your table at the last minute. Yeah, you did.
I thought you have a receipt for the table.
Did you bring them?
Look, Garcelle's a loyal friend, no doubt, but she rushes in to sort of either smooth things over.
Very upset still about all the insinuations.
Sutton, we're done with this. Look at her and tell her what you need to fix it so we can move on.
Or fight Sutton's battles. This was kind of what I was saying last year, which
never
was,
tried to assassinate
hold
your
on.
character ever.
That was a different situation.
Yeah, there's similarities.
Never tried
You
to
can't
assassinate your
compare
character
the
ever.
two.
Or stand in for her and say, no, that's not really what she meant.
She would never come into your room and do anything that was, like, it's not, I don't even.
It's like, girl, I want to get to know you. I want to have fun with you. But not at the expense of you rushing to this one, Sutton's rescue. It's like, no, I don't want to do that. Let Sutton make mistakes and clean them up on her own.
By all means, if you believe it, then voice your opinion and support. But I'm sure there are times where Garcelle realizes Sutton put her foot in her mouth.
There has to be,
But I don't
right?
hear her say that very
I
often.
agree. I don't hear her say that as well. I also don't see her step back and say, work it out.
Yeah.
Work it out for yourself. That's how you actually grow friendships, is by saying, let me handle this,
Yes.
I mean, that's my opinion.
Well, I mean, look at you two. Like, you guys did not necessarily start off on the best terms
No.
on the show.
Let me finish, Dorit. You talk a lot. You don't talk enough. I say important You say too much boring
But look at you now.
Well, we also made a commitment to put the past in the past and go forward.
Everything that needed to be said was said.
Yep.
And it's best to go forward and not look back.
Absolutely.
Basically, we're like sisters now. Okay.
We're actually very good friends, and I love Dorit and her family very much, and I'm grateful for that because when two people really want to move on, they will. And we have.
It's hard for me to think about ever
That's what I was
having an
thinking
issue
too. I
with
know, it's
Erica.
so hard to go
Genuinely.
back.
Like it's such a moment. It feels so in the rearview mirror
Yeah.
that it makes me cringe. If that had to happen to be
Get
where we
here,
are,
thank God.
So Diana pulled out all the stops for this party, including having a live performance by Asher.
Asher really blew everybody away. It wasn't just that he was so talented, which he is incredibly talented. It was also the songs that he was singing took me back to growing up, and those are the songs that Kathy and Kim would listen to with my mom and our family always. So it felt very sentimental, and everybody got really choked up that night. It was interesting.
Asher performed. He has a beautiful voice. There was a heckler amongst us by the name of Erica Jane.
No. The most entertaining thing of that part. No, Asher was great.
I was gonna
but
say
I was the second
second to
most
Asher.
entertaining thing
Yes.
behind Asher. But wait, I have to say this.
Yes,
I just
yes.
want to say one thing. This is why I love Diana so much. I went to apologize. She's like, honey, it wouldn't have been a good party if there wasn't someone doing this. And I was like, that's why I like her so much. She's like, what are you talking about, Erica? It's fine.
I know.
So she gets it.
Dorit, you and PK have a discussion about a DUI.
he didn't get a DUI.
Okay,
he
can
was
you talk a
pulled
little bit about
over. PK was pulled over for suspicion of DUI. He was brought to the police station, blew under the limit, and they released him. When the press got word, it was weeks later, which is the most bizarre thing.
Okay, I don't know this story.
Well, when it came out, it said that it was on the day of my birthday.
Right.
She said it wasn't at my party.
Okay.
What I heard was PK got a ride from the police back home. So I thought that was interesting, and I also, which she denied, she said he did not get a ride from the police.
Wait, what's a ride home from the police?
Like an escort home. My take on that is that in my world, that would never happen.
I learned about it the following day. I had to get his car out of the impound, so he had to tell me.
That always sucks.
I know. And then I was like, what do you mean you thought about not telling me? Thank God he was okay. No one was hurt. He wasn't hurt. You know, because you hear this. That's very scary. I mean, that in and of itself, let alone you think, God forbid, and I'm coming off of, a big trauma. When PK told me, I mean, he was really shaken by the entire experience. He had never been taken to the police station. He never had a situation like that. So it really scared him, scared the bejesus out of him. And he was very remorseful. And he had said, Dorit, listen, I can assure you of one thing. I will never, ever have a glass of wine, a drink, ever, and get behind the wheel of a car. And that was good enough for me. And, when someone realizes, the error of their ways and they understand that no matter what the situation and the outcome was, it's still completely unacceptable to get behind the wheel of a car with one drink, let alone if it was more. And I didn't feel that pounding on him and making the situation worse for him was necessary. For me, it was him realizing that it was a big mistake and that he would never do it again. And then I was just so grateful that, nothing else had happened.
Sutton, you have taken a big, bold swing in the dating space this year.
Oh, God.
Yes, she has.
Can we FaceTime one of the guys, please?
FaceTime
one of her dating app guys.
Okay, ready? It's Senji. They're freaking out. Cool, guys.
Let me see.
This is the one that I like. Hi, Senji.
Oh, hi.
Serena, say hello.
Hi, Sanji.
Excuse me, I actually like him.
Oh!
Did you hear that?
You just said that out loud.
And I'm still friends with Sanjit. He just texted me today.
He's very nice.
Just friends? The date didn't go well?
Sorry I'm so late.
Oh, that's all right. The spicy clams look kind of good. Do you eat seafood?
I don't eat spicy anything.
My foot is itching because I have neuropathy. It's gonna bother me.
Yeah.
It was a very nice date. We had pizza. He was very nervous about the COVID. And it was a very packed restaurant. And we talked a lot about college football, which we both have an affinity for. So that was fun. And I like Sanjit a lot. And we're friends.
Or just friends?
Yeah, we're friends. But then, I went out with him a couple weeks ago, and I was like, Sanjit, you're kind of cute. It's confusing. He might be a slow burn.
Oh.
Listen, here's the thing. I can catch him, can't keep him. It's prickly. It's not fun, and it's not light. All I want is a boyfriend.
Listen, take a number, honey. Take a number.